Let's talk to Clive Lambert. He's the main man at FuturesTechs. Morning to you, young Clive.
Hello, Nick. How are you?
Living the dream. It's Friday. Right, let's kick off. Two markets to look at. FTSE 100. We've got the weekly chart clearly breaking down. How low does this go?
How low does this go? I'm not sure today will be the day. I think we might try and have a bit of a pause in this one today. But that weekly chart says to us that if we were to close below 68.70 tonight for the futures, then things are starting to look rather, this is the next leg lower, and we're right bang in the middle of it. And the next downside targets I've got for that are 6,600 and then 63.25, and that's Fibonacci providing us with those targets to the downside that we can look for next.
Okay.
And then there's a big one below that at 6,100 basically.
Right, just to clarify on the FTSE 100, the 68.70 in the futures, is that the June, the front month, as opposed to the March?
That is in June futures, correct.
Okay,
yes,
understood.
March rolled already. And interestingly, actually, with some of the futures rolls, they happened last Friday, and especially in the States, they happen. They tend to roll at round numbers. And I did say to my clients last week, it wouldn't surprise me if the Dow ends the week at 25,000, and then we see a sell-off next week with the roll out of the way, and that's actually exactly what's panned out. It's looking rather nasty. So with the roll out of the way, the sellers have suddenly got busy.
Understood. Options expiry, as always, a bit of shenanigans.
Yeah, that was last Friday, and that's what we saw. The aftermath of that has been weakness this week.
Understood. Right, let's wrap up with the DAX daily charts. How grim is this?
Well, I got told off by several traders earlier this week for making a bit of a noise about the death cross or the dead cross on this one, which is the 50-day moving average crossing below the 200-day moving average, which doesn't happen very often and has happened in the DAX last week, basically. And it's that blue and green lines that you can see on the chart above. So that is the, to a lot of people, the sell signal of all sell signals.
So is it a dead cross or is it a death cross? Depends if you're in the UK.
I thought it was a death cross, but a mutual friend of ours, Mr. Darren Sinden, has pulled me up on this and said I shouldn't be Americanizing things, and it's a dead cross. And you know Darren as well as I do, and a lot of respect for the man. So maybe I'll take that rap on the knuckles.
Boom, boom.
It's a sell signal, and it isn't historically a great sell signal, to be honest. But I think we've already had a few sell signals, and it's kind of, for me, this one might be the real deal because we have had sell signals already. We broke an uptrend support line. We tried to recover, then and it's been choppy. We've seen lots of volatility. It does feel like a top to me.
Understood. Right, on that note, I'm going to wish you a happy Easter because we won't speak to you next Friday. We'll talk to you Friday week. That's Clive Lambert, FuturesTechs. Bless you.